America is currently going through a bit of a car repossession boom. Delinquent auto debt over 60 days past due is at the highest level it has ever been, including during the global financial crisis. More repossessions than ever have taken place within the last quarter, and even if you don't personally have a car loan, this could still become a systemic issue that impacts you because auto debt as a whole is higher than it has ever been before. This record debt has also combined with record levels of depreciation to result in massive negative equity for more borrowers, making it harder than ever to back out of these deals, especially on certain classes of vehicles. Now, that sounds pretty bad just on the surface, but it gets worse. Several reports have found that we have slowly made auto lending so complicated and fragmented that between leases, lending, buy here, pay here, cross-collateralized loans, and every other type of way to finance a car, it's become next to impossible to track down how much we really owe and how much is actually being paid back. Even the regulators themselves have basically admitted that they don't really know how bad the problem is and how much this could all hurt regular consumers. Now, I know this all sounds like yet another symptom of people's personal finances being squeezed, which is, by itself, not exactly that shocking anymore. However, the current repossession boom is, for now at least, a specifically American problem. A problem that is saying a lot of bad things about the unique ways that we borrow, consume, and go broke.
Facts. Too many people borrow, not enough people buy cash. Too many people buy new cars. As soon as you drive it off the lot, it depreciates itself. Buying a used car is the most smart thing that you can do in this economy. A reliable used car at that. I'm just saying that because I just went car shopping, and I pulled out a loan. It was around $20,000. I'm gonna have that thing paid off in 2 years. I'm not looking forward to paying high interest rates. I'm not looking forward to taking 5 years to pay off no car. I'm good. If I had the money back then to pay it off cash, I would. But how many times have we been taught if you can afford the payment, you can afford the thing? It's very, very foolish to think that way. A lot of people are going to feel offended because it's like, well, I work hard for my money, so I should get what I should get what I want. Yeah, that sounds like a kid, honestly. Because you work hard, you should get what you think you deserve. But honestly, you're getting what you think you deserve plus some extra debt. It just don't make sense to me. How many Americans believe that just because they can afford the payment, they can afford the thing? And that keeps you in the loop. That's why you always have to go to work. And you're always looking to make more at a job that you will always be able to have to trade your time for money for. It's because you're always looking at things as in a payment aspect. Credit cards. Oh, if I make the minimum balance, then I'm good. Yo, they're charging you interest. They're charging you extra money for borrowing their money. You know where they get their money from? The markets. You know where they get their money from? People putting their money in their bank account and their banks. So the money that you have sitting there in your app, the banks are using in the stock market on Wall Street in order for them to earn interest off of your money. And then they're letting other people borrow your money. And then they say, hey, well, we're going to charge you money for using other people's money.
And I don't know. I just feel like a $500 plus car note is absurd.
Record number of Americans are falling behind on their car payment.
I have $60,000 worth of car debt.
Those loans coming with higher interest rates for buyers with limited income or credit scores.
The more concerning part, the interest rate being 37% nearly.
Well, the repo man.
Here's the thing about interest rates as well that I didn't know until I bought my first car. One, you can lower your interest rate if you're more aggressive towards your monthly payments, but not too many people talk about that. And they think that just again, because you can make the monthly payment that you're all good, but you're still going to pay that high interest rate. Like she just showed 36%. Number two, if you pay more frequent payments, let's say you pay on a weekly basis, what your monthly car note is, then you will decrease your interest rate actually by a lot. And I'll show you the math right here. So if we go, right, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you right here on GPT. So if I say, if my car loan is, let's say, $20,000 at 15% interest, and it takes 5 years to pay it off, how much would my monthly payments be? So I'm going to ask you that question first. So it's saying a loan amount for 20,000, interest rate 15% APR. The term is 5 years, which is 60 months. That means that the monthly payment would be around $475.80. So we're just going to round that up to $476 per month. Now, here's how I would decrease my interest, right? What if I pay $476 divided by 4, which means I pay weekly what my monthly payment is, but in 4 separate payments. So basically, we're getting 476 divided by 4. By paying $119 every week, 119 times 4 is 476, by the way, you would finish the loan in approximately 231 weeks, which is about 4.4 years. So instead of taking 5 years, you're actually paying your loan off in 4 years and 5 months. Meaning you're still paying the same monthly price, but you're breaking up your payments on a weekly basis. So instead of 5 years, you'd pay it off. You pay it off over 6 months faster. All right. And if you're wondering why, it's because a normal month has 4 weeks, but a year has 52 weeks. So instead of paying 12 monthly payments, you're paying the equivalent of 13 monthly payments per year. So what you're doing is you're knocking out an extra payment towards your car note that goes towards the principal per year, which allows you to decrease your interest rate because they're only going to charge you interest based off what's left in your principal. And you're not even paying $1 more for your car note. You're just breaking up what you would have paid one time per month into 4 weekly payments. But they don't want you to know that because it's an interest game for them. They want to have your money and the most amount of money possible that they can get.